right, guys, what am I gonna do with this right now? What am I gonna do with this right now?
On this haircut, the longer the lashes, the more delusional the woman. It's the same Jasmine Crockett that hasn't introduced a single bill.
I'm watching this guy talk about Crockett. All right, I got a lot of stuff going on over here. I got my Brillo pad that I bought over here to my stuff. I got some stuff I want to try. I got my spray. I got some of this here. This is for my display for my stuff. I'm gonna test. I got the battery in. I want to test to see if this guy is working. I got in a part that I need to install well, it's not even installed. It's to wrap up a hose on this. And what else I got cooking this morning? And I got a shark. Yep. Damn, it's kind of bigger than I wanted it to be. It's gonna work. It's gonna have to work. And I gotta get a hold of my friend here, who I'm gonna end up shipping him this part that he needs. So bear with me. Okay. Okay, I just sent a text. All right, so let me set up my other one, and we're gonna get started, man. All right. Go. Start now. All right. And let me put both of these guys up there. This way we can do this. Good morning, folks. Good morning, folks. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so let's see if I can get them both up here. Damn. You know what I didn't do? I didn't change the I didn't change the thumbnail. So I don't know. Okay, let's see what we do here. Man, I love this feature. I didn't even know it existed. The feature that allows me to see Google, then I can just split the screen. It's been around probably, but I've just never used it. I don't even know when it came out, but I was struggling to do this damn thing for a long time, and to kind of see both feeds, my vertical and the overhead. And now I'm like, oh, sure, I could just split the screen. Get out of here, man. That's so cool. All right, let me get the vacuum. Let me get the battery. Let's knock that out first. Then I got my shark ready to go. I'll take a look at the shark, and then at the end, I may do that Kleenex later in the day. All right. And I wanted to actually see. This is just work I'm doing here for myself. This is not really any repair work. So I'm going to put this to the side until I'm done. I'll figure this out. All right, let's get this. We'll do this in a few. This is for something else. And this is my charger. Okay. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready, man. I was at a meeting earlier today. Golly. Heard some stories. Okay, I'm all live now. Am I live? Yeah, I'm live. You know what? Give me a second, guys. Let me change this. See if I can change this. Can I do it? Yep, I can. That's good right there. Yeah. I was hearing some stories about our town. And we're going to be doing this kind of a historical walk I'm part of the local Rotary in my town, the breakfast Rotary. So we meet at like 7:30 in the morning, and this one of the old sheriffs of the town was telling the stories of different stories. It was going to be pretty interesting. So I think it's going to be in November. We're going to be doing like a walkthrough and tell ghost stories and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be interesting. Hey, what's up, Megan? What's up, Roblox? My son loves Roblox. Shoot. I'll tell you this, and I don't know if that's what your name is for, but listen, probably one of the best games that I play with my kids. And I don't even think I don't know, they might be around. One of the best games I played. I'm not talking online games. I'm talking physical games that I've had the most fun playing was, oh my God. The one with the Beyblades. I tried getting into Bakugan, because they had the cards and they had the little dragons that you throw on the card and it opens up, ability activate, You didn't realize how much fun you have with these little young games, But the Beyblades, holy cow, man, that was the best. I wanted to play more than them. Oh my gosh, hell yeah, man. Hey, listen, I would play that with other adults, okay? Because with the Beyblades, I don't know if people don't know what they are, right? If they don't know what they are. hey, what's up? What's up, toilet? So you get the Beyblade. Okay, it looks like this, right? But without all this extra shit, right? It has a little circle. And you put your zip tie thing in it, and you have a bowl, right? I'm just describing for the folks who don't know. And you have a bowl, right? Like looks like a stadium bowl, like a bowl. And then your opponent's on the other side, right? And you're gonna try to customize your Beyblade so it can be strong and everything. And then you zip it, man. It's like a top. Zip. Man, and then they start battling, ping, 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 and then the losing Beyblade lose all its limbs and everything is flying everywhere, and then whoever's spinning at the end of the game is the winner. I was like, that was the most. Listen, I'm older, right? I don't think I've had that much fun in a long time. You guys are gonna make me order a whole new Beyblade to play with my kid again. My son is now 17 and the other one's 20. I might just do that. Anyway, you took me. Thank you for the Roblox name, because that name took me back to his. He graduated to play. What was he starting to like? He started to like. Oh my God! There were little guys on top of ice. They even had a console that you can buy the figure and you put the figure on top of the console. Oh shit! I forget the name. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Oh, you played that too, Megan? Oh, okay, awesome, yeah. Oh my God, what is that game? You can buy the figures in. Wherever, Walmart, Amazon, not Amazon, Target or whatever, and you hooked it up to is it your PlayStation or Xbox or something like that? Wii, and damn, somebody know it. Is it Skate? I don't know. That name doesn't familiar. But then it's also a computer game where they're walking around worlds and they're fighting. Anyway, someone's gonna remember it. When I see it, I'll remember it for sure. And then he went to Roblox and Minecraft. And the reason I like those games, I didn't like Minecraft as much because the pixel. I love the fact that you could build a whole damn town, and you could build a whole house. and rooms, and you could go down into basements, and you can dig down to see lava. And I thought that was so creative. Obviously, anything good can turn, whatever. And then let me see. And then when he went to, and now he's playing all these damn games that I can't even keep up, man. So I just let him just like do whatever, man. So I tried playing Marvel Rivals. I tried playing with him. I tried playing Overwatch, and I'm like, these guys are moving like so fast, man. I can't even like focus my target on one guy. Everything is all over the place. I'm like, look, man, you guys, go ahead, you got it. And that's so I'm gonna try to bring us back to Beyblade so we can play together again, because I keep losing in the Overwatch stuff. I go in there and I'm dead. I'm like, oh, come on, already? I just got hit one time. Are you kidding me? So I'm a God of War guy. So I'll play God of War. I'll play Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm that, I play that kind of game. That sneak up on you, kill you. We could fight with swords and stuff. All right, guys, I'm done. I'm done with this memory lane going back. I spent a half hour talking about games and shit. But man, thank you for showing up today and giving me that boost of excitement. No, my kid, he loves it, man. He's a star. How's this? The reason I don't bother him, he's on the running team. He's in DECA. He's going to a competition. He got a tight GPA, man. He's good. He's a good kid. He's just, he just loves his gaming. So I said, man, look, Sam, don't bother him. Let him do his game. As long as he's studying. He was doing, what was he doing last night? He loves stats and stuff like that. He was doing pre-cal or something, and he was really just studying his ass off. So if he wants to play games, I'm like, listen, go play a game. Just don't live there and don't make your life online. That's all. All right? Other than that, I'm not going to bug you about that stuff. Now you start getting so I'm gonna tell you how intense we are about this, right? So he came home and said, I got bad news, Dad. So my mom's like, his mom is like, my mom, right? Can you imagine that? Was that Freudian slip? Sometimes she acts like my mom. No, she's gonna see this. And she was like, what, you got an 89? So he's like, Mom, I got bad news. And she's like, what? You got an 89? I was like, Sam. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm done. What do you do when you have a suction problem with your vacuum, right? Okay, what do you do? Okay, gaming only in moderation. Yeah, please, only in moderation. That thing can take over your entire existence and turn your brain to mush, right? Only because you just tend to not do other things. It's not because in and of itself gaming will probably teach you good hand-eye coordination, problem solving. There's a lot of positives for that, but then all of a sudden nothing else is important to you. Exercise, going outside, but he runs, so he gets his exercise. But that kind of face-to-face type of interaction would disappear and all that stuff. There's a couple of negatives if you get too immersed where you don't have any other life. So, but here we go. What's the deal? Let's turn this thing on, see what the hell it's doing. And you know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use some kind of, I have it. I'm going to use some of this stuff. Okay. Let me make sure that everyone else can see what I'm doing. All right. Overhead over here. Overhead is over here. Boom. All right. So we have our overhead over here. And so if anyone wants to see this from the overhead version, there's another link that I'm doing. It's also on the same platform that you can see the overhead version of this. All right. So let's do it. Let's pour this stuff down. This stuff is easy to pick up, right? Now, if you use like sand and stuff like that, it is harder to pick up. If you really want to do a suction test to see if a vacuum can deep clean, sand, salt, stuff like that is good to use because it gets deeply embedded into the carpet And if the vacuum can't deep clean, then you're going to have a problem, right? Most vacuums really only clean the surface of the carpet. That is the truth. That's just the way it is. And then very few of those cleaners can actually deep clean, can actually get underneath here and pull dirt from deep inside the carpet. So for this case, I'm just using this. So it shouldn't be difficult for this to transfer the stuff from here to here. Okay? So let's see. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. All right. Yeah, that's enough. So you can see the stuff, right? Okay. Here we go. We'll plug it in. Hey, Joe Marks, what's up? Where are you hailing from, Joe Marks? Where are you hailing from? Where are you guys hailing from? Megan, Joe Marks, Little Toilet. Where you guys are hanging in from? Are you in the U.S.? Are you in the South? What's up? Where are you guys from? Let's turn this on and see what the hell's going on. You ready? Okay, who thinks is gonna pick it all up? And go! Now, for those who are on the overhead here, it looks clean, don't it? It looks clean, don't it? That is one of the problems with cleaning your carpet, okay? By the time you realize you have a clog, you've been cleaning like that for a long time. Because what the brushes will do is give you the illusion that you're actually vacuuming your carpet. Because it's either going to beat stuff down into the carpet or it's going to wrap stuff up on the brush, like hair and lint, right? Eventually, when it gets really bad, like really bad, that's when stuff starts to spit things out. So you got to keep an eye on your dustbin. For you guys over here, you didn't see, nothing is inside the bin. Look at that. It's clean, crystal clean. Nothing is in here, right? But the floor, it looks like the only part that wasn't cleaned is the sides. Okay? So it looks clean, right? I bet you if I go over this side, it's going to look like I cleaned this up too. Watch. Turn it on. Let me see. Hey, what's up, man? I haven't seen you forever. I didn't even see that was you talking about gaming in moderation, man. My apologies. What's up, car guy? What's up, man? You didn't even see the board. I wish I had the board. You're going to have to pop back in. I'm going to bring the board over. I put a car in it. I put a red car on the board, by the way. Okay? I put a red car right above the guy that's peeking through the grass. There's a little tiny little red car in there. So that's dedicated to you, my friend. Okay. Yeah. So let me see. So I'm gonna have to search. iCar guy said I'm gonna have to search, and it's ICT. I just say iCar guy. It's short for me, my brain. He says I'm gonna have to search on eBay for a new main suction hose between the base and the wand. Oh wow! Are you talking about right here? This section right here? Hold on, everybody can see me. You talking about right there? I tell you this. Yeah, eBay is probably the way to go. You can go on eBay to find that. What I've done, gosh, man, I wish I have it right here, man. I'm sorry. I'm out of view right now for some of you guys, but card guy is one of our regulars that come on, and I was trying to see if there's a way I had a hose here that I had ordered, like a long hose, man, that was a perfect size. When I'm replacing these things, now you have a hose from here to here on some of the sharks, okay? But then this is the main thing that breaks for a lot of people right here. Runs from canister to handle. Are you talking like up here, like this? From, let me see for the other guys. You talking about this hose, the main hose from canister to handle? It's for shark, right? Maybe, I don't know, man. Looking, check me out and we'll see. All right. So this is the first thing that to give away this machine here, guys, just so you know what's going on. Let me back this. Let me move this camera for the overhead, because the overhead, I don't think it's helping people to see it the way I have it set up right now. So I'm going to move this camera. Just guys, for those of you who are on the other feed, give me a second, guys. I'm looking at it and I'm not happy with the way it looks. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys almost the same visual as the people on the vertical feed. Okay. And let's see how that looks. Okay, that's yep, that's about right. That's about right. That's about right. I like that. I like that look. That's good. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, okay? You see that sound you heard just now? Let me turn it on again. You're going to hear it. Okay. That sound is air escaping from right here. This eventually I'll pony up for a new bag. Yeah, man. Bag vacuum is definitely the way to go. But take a look at this. This here is what this is like an analog suction. It has a spring on it. So when the motor is like, man, there's a clog somewhere. I don't know where the hell to go. It pops this spring and it's letting air out, and that's the sound you're hearing, right? So the way you check this real fast, real quick, you can take this off and see if you still hear the sound after you remove the hose. Okay, so you remove the hose from this top section right here. Okay, let me see if I can pull this back a little bit for the other guys. Let me bring it in. So give me a second, folks. I'm sorry about this. I'm doing technical stuff as I'm doing the show. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. That'll work. All right. So I removed the hose. So now I just want to see if the suction problem is in this section here alone. I'm just going to focus right here. Tank, dirty bin, and the motor, right? If I don't hear the sound, then I know it's further up, right? So let's see. Everything is good. Everything is good. All right, next. Next, I'm going to reattach my hose. And I'm going to take off this swan right here. Okay? And let's try it again. You got suction. All right, then we're going to take off the wand, right? And then we're going to try it with the wand. Ready? Turn it on, and if that sound comes back, then we know where our suction is. It came back. That sound came back. That means if you're following this the way I'm showing it, the suction should be in the wand. The problem is in the wand somewhere. And that's how we break it down. It's simple like that. It's just process of elimination. Okay? Where's my little golf club, man? I had a fancy little golf club that I would use to help me unclog stuff. And not golf, yeah, my broken golf club. I love that thing. Where's my broken golf club? Damn it. All right, so let's look inside this thing. Now, here's one thing you could do. There are times when it's a clear bottle top, right? So when you look through it, you can see right through it, and it looks like there's no suction problem. So keep that in mind. So I've seen that a lot, man. People have, you know, those clear tops that when you spray hairspray or whatever, some people suck that stuff up and it gets stuck into those very skinny wands. And you look through it, and it's like, well, there's no clog here. Everything looks clear. So how do you check that? Well, what you do is get something like, I don't know, something like this. Get something like this. You know, so there's something round, a marble, and just throw it inside the wand, right? Or the hose, and see if it makes its way through. So let's say I suspected this hose to be the problem, right? So what I would do, I would drop this in here like this. Okay? Yeah, the bypass suction valve. Thank you, car guy. Thank you, man. That's what happened. My car guy said that the vacuum, something is tripping. I didn't know that's what it was called. You know what I called it? An analog sensor. So it's a bypass suction valve. Okay, man, I tell you, this guy's always teaching me something. All right, so here we go. We're gonna drop it down and see if it can go all the way through. Ooh, we got a problem here too. What the hell? Yo, we got problems here too, guys. So we may have some stuff in here, some crud in here too. So keep that in mind. Look at this. All right? There might be an issue with this one too. Even though it passed the suction test, there might be something in there. This should have made its way all the way through. Okay? So now let's do this one. You see that? It stopped. Came out. Let's do it again. Okay. So that means we have a suction problem somewhere down here. So I'm going to see if you guys can see it. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? Okay. Yep, I see something. All right, let me get my little needle nose, see if I can pull it out. Now, if you can't pull it out, then you want to push it out. Okay? So let's see if we can pull it out, though. Okay, here's one. There's more. There's more! But wait! There's more. There's more, damn. Okay, this can't reach all the way down there. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get something to poke it through. That's why I have a little golf club. Okay, well, let me find something else. The hell, man. Oh, I found it. I found my golf club. It's my golf shaft. It's really the shaft. We broke, my son broke this. Say, my son broke it. Yeah, we were practicing at the range, and he just whacked it, and the damn thing went. And anyway, so here we go. Let's push it through. Oh, wow, that was easy. So, from what we found so far, anyway, this, along with this, stopped up the clog. Now, what could have started it? Honestly, I don't think this would have been the major thing, but something wedged somewhere. And it's normally something hard or just bulky that we picked up that stopped and then everything backed up behind it. I'm trying to see what's hard in here. Ah, here it is. I found it. I found it. It started with this metal clip. It started. It's inside the needle nose area. This metal clip here. So what the way this would work, right, is if you're vacuuming. Yeah, if you're vacuuming, right? Hey, Ed, what's up? Oh, Ed want to know how to bid on the painting. Oh, Ed, man. Ed's on the overhead portion of our channel here. Ed, man, what's up, bro? Ed, I'm gonna put up the link tomorrow, right? The only bidding place I know that will allow me to do that right now, unless someone else know of another bidding place that I'm already set up to use, is like eBay. You know, because I want to make it like an auction. I don't want to just put it up for a price and say, hey, buy it for $500 or something like that. You know, I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna start it at $1. So you're really just gonna cover the shipping plus the winning bid, right? And so, but I'm gonna have it up tomorrow. I put my second to last coating, my hardener protective coating on the artwork. So I'm gonna put it up tomorrow, and but I want to make sure that you guys get it, because I would hate for someone in Alaska somewhere who never watched the show see it and bid on it and outbid you guys without you guys getting first dibs. So what I'll do is in tomorrow's show, I'm going to put the link. All right. How's this? This is what I'm gonna do exactly. I'm gonna save the listing as a draft. Okay, I'm gonna save it as a draft. And yeah, I'll save it as a draft. And then what I'll do then is I will have it go live as I start the show. Put the link in there. The only thing I don't know is whether it's just make it a 1 day or make it like the regular 7-day thing that they do on eBay. In that case, it doesn't even matter when I put it live, you know. I'll talk to Brianne about that, because Brianne would probably be able to walk me through that a little bit better. Hey, what's up, Marks, right? All right, so, but that's it, Ed. I'm going to make sure. Ed's been a supporter of my channel and my work, and I appreciate Ed, man, in a big way. So thank you, Ed, for even being interested. All right. So now let's double check this. All right, let's put this on here. I think something is going on in here though, guys. Let's try. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try another one. Let's try something as simple as what can I try that's real simple? I just want something I can have rolled through here without a problem. This is simple enough. This is a Kirby. This is from a Kirby shaft. This is from a Kirby shaft. This is a little piece. Let me throw this in the hose. Let me see what's going on. Okay, it went all the way through. Okay, so the hose is still good. All right, fantastic. Let's put it back. Let's put this back. Let's put this guy back, and then let's turn this vacuum back on again, and let's see if we can get some kind of stuff finally gets sucked into here. Turn it on. And look at that. There was something in the hose, though. There was something in the hose. Take a look. It was something in the hose. That's probably, you know, not much, but it was something hanging around, just enough to stop the other guy. But that's it, guys. And we solved our suction problem. Nice little detective work. Okay. All right. Next. Oh, by the way, Virgil, Mr. Vacuum Collector Man. Virgil is a young scholar, young entrepreneur that was picking up vacuums at different spots, getting deals on them. buying them off of eBay, going to thrift stores, refurbishing them, and selling them back in the market. Okay, and very excited, very positive young guy. Virgil's probably not even mid-teens yet. And he came on my shop a couple of months back, and we were able to meet. I think he was here with his uncle and grandma and stuff like that. I mean, Virgil's a real cool dude. And he's asking for a part that he can't seem to find because, unfortunately, they stopped selling these things online for these Hoover power scrubs. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do for Virgil here, let me clean this up first. Let me clean this up. He's watching the show. All right, we'll clean this machine up soon enough. I just have to clean my spot. So let me tell you the part that he's looking for. And a lot of people who are going through this, if you have a Hoover Power Scrub, what do you call that? XL, the newer ones. This is not the same one, right? But the part he needs is inside, and he's savvy enough to break these things down. So let me show you what I have here, and this is what he's looking for. Again, they stopped selling these parts. I don't think there's an aftermarket company yet that's making them. So I think Virgil is looking for this. So when the suction hits this unit, right, the fan, it searches for air, pulls air in, it turns a fan underneath here. Okay, let me show you. It's a clever device, by the way. So it turns this fan. Okay, when it turns the fan turns this. And as this turns, right, the brush is turned that's connected to this. And that's how those Hoover Power Scrub brushes turn, by this turbine. So I'm just going to send this whole thing to Virgil so he can have fun messing around with this and figuring out a way if he can use the parts from this to fix his machines. All right. I think this is supposed. Well, it has the bearings on it. Let me take it out. Let me show you. 1, 2. Okay, so you see, has that metal thing there. I'm thinking this is what he said he wanted. Okay. Ed says he's interested because I painted it. Man, Ed, you're awesome, man. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link. It's probably gonna be under something like Primal Skateboard or something like that, because that character is based off of a slew of characters I came up with. They were like primate type characters, like a world of these kind of characters, right? So it's probably going to be on a Primal Skateboard, something like that. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. It's probably going to be something of that sort if you want to search for it, but it's not up yet. I'm going to put it up tomorrow. But yeah, and I'll be making some more. I had some shirts with the character. It was something I was messing around with, and but the fact is, it's like it's a character I came up with, so it's not a portrait of someone else. I came up with some other cartoon style. I came up with a whole team one time of superheroes that had the same kind of look as the primate when I was a teenager. And I have a whole collection of these superheroes, right? And I never did anything with them. I actually sent a comic to, oh my gosh, what's it called? Was it Enterprise Enter something? It was in the 90s. I sent like a mini comic book to these guys to see if they'll, if I can get into the comic book industry kind of thing. And he was nice enough to send back a rejection letter in the nicest possible way. He says, you know what, scale down your artwork and stuff like that. But it wasn't. It wasn't really the avenue. I was throwing my, what do you call it? Just throw it in there, just give it a shot. But it was cool. it was a good experience. But these characters I've had for a while, so I decided I'm gonna get back into the skateboard deck stuff because I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Believe it or not, I actually enjoyed it a little bit more than. I love making portraits. I still have a commission to do right now, but I think I enjoyed it a little bit more because it seemed like fun. It's like festive. It's a fun piece of art, So that's why I want to get back into it. And I never even, how's this? I never even fully got into it. How's that? I just did a few boards, and then work became work. I just had to focus on work. I didn't even get back into it. And then now I'm like, man, I really like this, man. Shit. It's like, these damn boards, man. These are cool as hell, man. So I'm gonna make some more. Not a skater. I was never good at skating, but I respect the athleticism of these skaters, snowboarders, and all those guys. Those guys are pretty intense. But yeah, I'm gonna send this over to my friend here, and let him have some fun working on this. I'm sure he'll do something with it. Young kids, man, you got to encourage entrepreneurship in these young whippersnappers. You got to encourage it, man. Okay, let me test this battery. Let me see what the hell's going on. I asked all my suppliers for batteries. None of them are selling this battery right now. I was doing business with Esco. Esco is sliding, going off into the sunset. And we used to be able to get Dyson batteries from them. I have an issue with it, but it's funny. I'm not too upset about it because you still want access to it. It's just that, whatever. Complaining doesn't help, right? So that's where we're getting them from now. We have to go on Amazon and these places and find batteries for these type of things. And it's what you got to do. No problem. Let's get it done. All right. But it would be cool if we had this stuff locally. It would be nice. It would be nice. It would be nice. A whole nother economy is being built up from this stuff. Oh my God. What do you do, man? All right, here we go. So this is what happens, right? It turned on. It really don't have any kind of steam. It turned on for like a second yesterday. And I'm like, okay, I took everything apart. Sometimes it's this, And I said, well, let me try buying a new battery and see if the battery changes everything. So let me take this off and let's see if it works. And if it works, great. If not, then I'm gonna have to go inside and mess with this and see something's got to be done with this motor area. Unfortunately, that might be what I have to do if the battery don't work. Okay, so let's give it a try. Let's give it a crack. All right. Hey, Duck City Fishing. Dude, it's been a minute. What's up? Okay. Man, Ed is awesome, bro. I mean, the coolest dude, man. Okay, so let's try it. Take the battery out. Let's get this bootleg battery in. The only thing I don't like about these batteries, you don't know how long they're gonna last. It's just, it's like you just don't know. Okay. I didn't even put the screws in yet. I just want to test it. Just give me a second. Okay. All right. Battery fixed the problem. Chuck the old battery. All right. Okay. That's that. That's that. See that? That's that. So now, if you're home, some people are reluctant to go out and just buy something and take a shot at it. The only reason I went this far down, guys, to do the battery is I tested. Well, the first thing I did to troubleshoot this, what was happening is that I'm gonna mimic what it was doing before. It would do this, right? But I kept my finger on the trigger and it would not go any further. So I said, okay, let me take this out. So what I did first was I removed the filter. If it can run with the filter by itself, okay, let's say before it turned on and turned off. Now you remove the filter and it runs, regular. Then the problem is there's a clog somewhere down the line inside here, because what you did is you released the vacuum seal that the filter is giving you. Okay, so if this vacuum seal is released, then the air is trying to travel this way. Okay. And if it can't make it this way, then that's where the strain goes on the motor and then it starts doing the pulsating thing, doing stuff like this. Stuff like that, right? It can't find its way. So it's kicking back. So once I realized that even when I took out the filter, it was still doing the same thing, then I knew that the problem was here. The problem was in this section, okay? And that's when I said, well, let me try taking this off. Okay. And it was still doing it. Normally with the newer Dysons, if you take that filter off, it's not going to turn on at all. These Dysons will still turn on, So it's not the filter. Next is the battery. So that's how I was able to get the confidence to buy the battery without feeling like I'm going to throw money away. So if you find yourself in that situation, that's kind of how you go about it. Okay. All right, folks. We bought like pallets of these different products, and I swear someone purchased this and they returned this. This one looks used. This one looks brand new, and this one looks used up. Okay. And I think someone swapped out the battery. That's what I think. This is still new. They didn't even untie the tag, Hey, people are funny, man. You do what you gotta do, man. I'm not gonna hate on you for that. I just don't want people to do it to me. Let me see. All right, so let me put this in here. Holy cow. Oh, yeah, here it is. There it is. It's over here. But what's happening? Oh, this is showing me what to read, what my reading is. All right, let me turn this on. Let me see. Okay, so this battery has charge on it. Let's see about this battery. This has one green. Let me see if it responds to the charging. It's blinking. So I guess it's trying to charge it. This guy plugged in. I'm gonna see if he can get fully charged. And we'll see where we go with that one. Yeah. So this is a cobalt battery. This looked like the ones that belong to the little blowers, possibly for a drill set. Let me see. But believe it or not, I think this only came with one battery though. This set here, if you look at it, is built. Well, maybe not. Maybe the second one was up top. Let me try it. Let me see something. Let me see if the second one was up top. Nah, this came with one battery. This set here is just this. And this is from something else. Interesting. I'll have to figure out where this belongs to. These two guys are together. Let me move him out the way. So I'll end up selling that myself. And then that's it, guys. I think the next thing I'm gonna do, I'll do off camera. What I'm gonna end up doing is my friend has a business. Did not want to. This is an old cleaner that she's like, listen, man. The next thing I'm gonna do to this, I'm gonna throw it away. I don't want to buy a new cord. They did this on their own. I don't do these kind of services. I don't put on the ends. But I would do something more secure, only because this is so close to they're so close together, and people like to yank stuff out the wall. I said, listen, I'll replace the whole cord. I'll even do a new hack splice that I have, that I found that I like, but I'm not gonna put the ends on. Okay. When you do these ends, some of them, if people are not careful, your negative, your ground, and they're very close together. And if people yank stuff out the wall, you'll eventually get one of these things to touch the wire in here. So you should definitely not yank it out if you have this hooked up. Okay, it's big enough for your hand to grab it and pull it out the wall. Do not yank it. If the neutral and that positive wire touch on the inside of this thing, because we used screws to screw it in. It's not factory installed. Then you got to be extra careful with this, and I don't want it to be linked back to me. Okay, it's here, so that's why I don't do it personally, because especially when the cleaning ladies and the guys complain that their people are destroying their machines, right? Georgia, okay, that's cool. If they complain that people are destroying their machines, that they don't take care of it, that means they're yanking these things out the wall. You see what I'm saying? If the problem already exists, people, they don't take care of it, they treat it like it's not theirs, then no, I'm not gonna do these. You know what I'm saying? I'll put a brand new cord on for you. I'm not putting it. You're gonna have to go ask your uncle and your friend and do this. Go to Lowe's, pick one of these up, cut it off, and you do that whole splicing stuff yourself. But I would do this because I like these. I like these hookups. These here I'm sold on. I'm sold on these. They look bulky and cumbersome. Now this is bigger than the one I'm used to. This is bigger than the one I'm used to. The one I'm used to is much thinner than this, but I would use this. I would use this, right? But I wouldn't do. And so all I'm doing is just putting these two together like this. And I'm just putting this guy in the middle. See that? I mean, so if you yank this out, he's just going that way. And he'll leave this guy behind. But it's not going to happen where they touch each other and start a fire. Okay? So that's why I was sold on this. And you just pull it apart. And you put your wiring on opposite ends. Okay? And then put it back together and seal them up. And there you go. So that's why I was sold on this guy. But I'll do that later. That's not something I'm going to do right now. So, Virgil, get a hold of me. I'm gonna send this off to you so you can do something cool with this. Ed, I'm gonna put the link up tomorrow for the Primal skateboard. And the rest of you guys, man, thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hey, don't forget to visit my store, man. Visit the shirt store. I'm trying to get better stuff up there. I'm trying to get. Hey, David, I'm trying to get better stuff up there. Duke City Fishing. Man, I still haven't bought that fishing rod, man. I'm going to do it this summer, though. Oh, my God. Yes. I do that right. .com. Let me copy this over here. Pick up a shirt or something, you know, help support the channel. All right. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to see you guys later. Stay positive. Don't let anybody give you wooden nickels. Don't take any wooden nickels. Peace. It was a good day so far.